Hi, Sagittarians. Welcome to your timeless energy check-in reading. I hope that this live finds you well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. For those of you that might be new, this is going to be a timeless look into how you're being cosmically supported, influenced, or guided in the now moment, okay? Meaning whatever planets, whatever houses, whatever transits, whatever aspects, what zodiac signs, or elemental energies you might be connecting with in the now moment or that you can draw support from, is what we'll be peeking into, okay, during this reading. I thank you guys again for being here. I hope that this live finds you well. I also hope you guys had a wonderful weekend as we head into a new week. Okay. Sorry, y'all. I don't understand why those are... Hold on one second. Okay. I'm just gonna try to see what I can pick up while I'm doing a pre-shuffle here for you, Sagittarians. My Sagittarius-Capricorn cusp collective of energy. Okay, Mars wants to show up. Mars showed up in the pre-shuffle before I started this reading as I was shuffling the decks. Something might be like a force, or you might feel forced to do something, forced to, I just heard walk away. Maybe you feel forced to walk away from someone or something here, Sagittarians, okay? Forced to release something. Forced to bring in an ending that maybe your head knows you need to make, or you need to walk on the path of that ending, but your heart maybe doesn't want to. I just heard done for good. Yeah, I think someone's done for good. It's just going to take a while for your emotions to catch up here with whatever this is. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more. Yeah, Destiny wanted to flip out here. It's time to elevate here, Sagittarians. It's destined for you to release something or move into a new season, a new chapter. Okay. What else for Sagittarians? What else might be going on with my Sagittarians? I just heard prophecy, right? You're the cusp of prophecy. You might have seen something happen before it actually happened here. Like almost maybe you got a clue or some sort of intuitive nudge that something was about to end for you before it actually did. So I feel like there's a bittersweet energy to this ending. Meaning like, because you saw it coming, you're not surprised, but it doesn't take away the sting of it or the disappointment that this might cause. Okay. What else? I heard evolving. Yeah, you're just evolving, Sagittarians. It's just a part of your process. It's just a part of your growth and evolution process. Okay. So that's the tone I'm picking up here before we get into any cards. I am going to sound my singing bowl right quick. We're going to let that sound travel. Once it dissipates, we'll get into these messages. Go ahead and get started on whatever grounding or gratitude practice feels right and best for you in this moment, my Sagittarians. I'm going to do the same, and then we'll see what you guys got going on, okay? Here we go. Almighty Creator, my ascended and divine ancestors, and all holy angels, I thank you so much for being here with me. And with the collective of Sagittarius Capricorn energies here on YouTube and any of my Soul Tribe members that want to tune into this reading. How are Sagittarians being guided, influenced, and supported by the planetary energies, by their astrology right now? What is supporting Sagittarians? What's most important for them to know energetically right now? Okay. cosmic energy for Sagittarius-Capricorn. Yeah, I felt like that was going to come back out. Okay, you've got Yod or Yod, depending on how you want to say it, in destiny, vibration of 48. Breaking down into a 12, breaking down into a 3. Okay, alignment is important here. So meaning wherever you are right now, whatever you're going through right now, Sagittarians, it's a part of your life's path. It's a part of your destiny. Okay, you were destined to experience this energy. Tell me more. Thank you. Yeah, you were destined to heal here. Chiron showing up for you. Destined to do some sort of healing work in this lifetime, and I feel like that's the moment you're in right now. There could be some soul wounds that I think are important for you to pay attention to, Sagittarians. Vibration at 8, though, with Chiron. 8 being, you got 2 8s here. 8 might be an important number. Maybe December 8th is going to be important for you. Why do I feel like that maybe is when the full moon might be, maybe? December 8th or near December 8th? Okay, something about the moon energies coming through. Tell me more. Okay. Oh, wow. This flipped out first, so we're going to take it. Neptune and sacrifice. I think it feels like you've had to give up a lot. Yeah, I think Sagittarians feel maybe a little bit of this wounded warrior energy, right? Maybe you're heavy in your 9 of Wands with that Sagittarius vibe, right? Feeling like you've had to sacrifice a lot. You've had to give up a lot. You've had to pay the price or pay the toll for a lot of things to either happen in your life, or again, I just get that this, I don't, kind of like the term woe is me. I don't feel like it's a bad thing, because I really do feel like the woes are valid here for you, Sagittarians. I just think you're in a period of really feeling them intensely. Mind you, we're still under Scorpio energy. We're moving into that Sagittarian season. I get a little bit of like, why me? Why do I have to go through this? Why do I have to experience this? You have to, because it's a part of your destiny. It was written for you to go through this energy. Written for you to go through some sort of sacrifice, or to have to be in the position to sacrifice some sort of illusion here. I just heard sacrifice your ignorance. Oh. That's maybe why that prophecy, like seeing things before they kind of happen here, Sagittarians, might be weighing a little heavy on you. Yeah. It's almost like feeling the burden of knowledge in a way. It's like once you know something, you can't unknow it. You know what I mean? You can't unsee it. It might be hard to turn a blind eye to something that the divine is privy you to. That's what I was feeling. It's like, I think because this information has come in, Sagittarians, you know you have to walk away, or you know you have to release something, or you know you have to start healing something. But doing that healing work doesn't allow you to remain ignorant to certain things. Right? Like that ignorance is bliss. So like the bliss of not knowing something, I just heard has been taken away from you. And maybe it was ripped out of your hands. Maybe it was ripped away from you. Maybe it was done a little harshly, almost like a tower, right? And so I feel like there is this period of licking your wounds a little bit from this situation, Sagittarians. And understanding that, like, with this Neptune energy and sacrifice, it's like, I get that there's something that Sagittarian wants, something that Sagittarian desires to experience in this lifetime, wants to be a part of their destiny. And I feel like that wish or that want and that desire has been granted by the divine, But the path to get there, what you have to actually sacrifice and what you actually have to heal within you and go through these types of like shedding and your ego and all of that and getting in your shadow and doing all of this healing work, I think you're in the thick of it. And it might be a little hard to see that this is almost what you've asked for, Sagittarians. It's like you asked to have growth, you're experiencing it, right? You asked to get to a certain point, maybe on your tree of life, or you asked to elevate into a new energy. Here it is. It's not the euphoric portrayal of ascension that maybe you had hoped for, around a certain situation. It's like it's not as enjoyable as you maybe wanted it to be, or mystical as you thought it might be. But I do get with that sacrifice in that Neptune energy, it's worth it, right? It might seem like people who aren't in the know or get to be ignorant to certain things, or can kind of have their rose-colored glasses on or their blinders on about certain things. It might seem like they have it easier, Sagittarians, but in the end, I do feel like this is a part of your gifts. Is again, destiny's here. It's a part of your gifts. It's a part of your purpose here. And it's like the more you embrace that as a part of your purpose, I think the easier it'll be to move through this healing, the easier it'll be to understand the sacrifices that you are going to be required to make in order to reach the level you need to reach. So a certain level of discipline, I feel like you're very, very good at that, Sagittarians. And I think it's just getting to the point where you might be a little tired of having to be so disciplined and so in tune. And yeah, I mean, doing the spiritual work, it can exhaust you. It can wear you down, really, truly, if you're not balancing it out. Okay, so maybe that's just what you need a little bit here. Maybe you need some time, again, to lick your wounds. Maybe you need a little time to just take your mind off of whatever the spiritual work or healing work you're doing for yourself for a little bit. Just so that you rebuild and regain your strength. Because I get that Sagittarius is a little bit at their limit. It's like you've maxed out, okay? A little bit fatigued with this journey or with your own healing process. And I feel like I need to say that that's normal. Like there's nothing wrong with being in that energy. It doesn't make you ungrateful for it. It doesn't make you any less worthy of it by feeling that. It's natural. It's normal. It's human. Okay? Yeah. There's the 8th house, endings and beginnings. Okay? So, hi Diane. Thanks for being here, love. Let's just go ahead, spread this out a little bit. Yeah. So there's this death process, okay, that you guys are going through. I think you've been going through it for a minute now, okay? And it's just understanding that, yeah, you got to sacrifice the old in order to embrace the new. And I think your mind understands that, Sagittarius. I just think your heart or your body or your spirit is having a little bit of a hard time embracing it. And that's okay. Totally okay. Like I said, for some of you, you might just want to take your mind off this for a little while, whatever you've been focused on in your healing journey. Take your mind off of it for a little while. Go do something fun. Go do something that really lifts your spirits, okay? Go do something totally unrelated to your wounds and your shadow and all of that, okay? Because you can still find healing in those moments outside of that shadow work as well, okay? I feel like it might be a little time for that. Yeah, again, you have 10 here with Neptune, which breaks down into a 1. You also have 32, which breaks down into a 5, okay? So 8 is an important number, though, here for you, Sagittarians. If you start seeing 8s, just remember this reading. Feel free to come back and watch it. But thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more about Sagittarius' destiny and this healing and this sacrifice that they've had to make. Tell me more about the destiny, the healing, and the sacrifice. This Chiron, Neptune, and Yod energy. Yeah, the moon wanted to pop out there. Something is connected to your moon sign. Maybe your Sagittarius-Capricorn moon, okay? High Priestess energy, yeah. I just get it's the weight of knowing. A lot of times people think, oh, it'd be so cool to know things before they actually happen, but it could be so stressful when you're given that information ahead of time and it's just almost like blooming over you, you know what I mean, until it actually comes to fruition. Just about letting go. 4 months of heartbreak. I'm healing. Oh, I'm so happy to hear you're healing here, Diane. Okay. Yes, I hope you find peace soon. And really start anchoring that in. Let's see. What is this destiny? What is destined here for Sagittarius? Oh, y'all, come on now. Like I said, the Tower. Yeah. So this ending, this breakup, this collapse, this crumbling, this falling from the Tower, it was destined to happen. As painful as it might be, as much as maybe your heart didn't want to experience it or tried to avoid it, it was necessary here, okay, to get you to move forward and get you to move towards where you need to be. Tell me more about this Tower and destiny. What's this Tower all about for Sagittarians? Oi. Some of you, this could also be career. I am kind of getting that a little bit, like maybe feeling the call to walk away from a career you've been a part of for a long time, something that you felt really comfortable in order to embrace or begin something new. Tell me more about this Tower. Judgment. Yeah. Pluto energy. Okay, you guys could have a strong Aquarius or Scorpio in your chart. You could be dealing or connected to a Scorpio or an Aquarius here. Judgment, yeah. Spirit called judgment on this Tower, on something that you were comfortable in, on something that you were connected to. Okay? Because I just heard it really loudly. It's time to move on. Like, it's time to move on. Yes, Seven of Pentacles. So whatever that situation was, whatever happened in this Tower, okay, it had reached its end, its peak. Seven of Pentacles says there was no more growth that was going to be experienced in this situation. So for some of you, this absolutely could be career in the sense of there was no climbing the ladder. There were no growth opportunities. You had maybe done all that you needed to do in that arena, in that industry, at that particular company, okay? Others of you where this might be a relationship, yeah, I think it's the Seven of Pentacles is like, okay, we're at a plateau. It was a bit of a standstill. There was no more to gain out of it. And had you stayed, and maybe that was even the case, you were kind of holding on or staying in the Seven of Pentacles energy with this situation or with this person, and had you stayed any longer, your progress might have started to backtrack. Like, you might have started regressing. I think that's why Spirit called judgment and called in the Tower here for you, Sagittarians, so that you didn't slow yourself down or that you didn't hold yourself back from growing to where you need to grow. I just said growing to where you need to grow, and I meant going to where you need to go. So yeah, this was all about your growth here. This was all about your growth. Tell me more about this Seven of Pentacles in connection to Sagittarius' destiny. Knight of Wands. Yeah, I think something was blocking your intuition. Something might have been numbing your instincts. Ooh. Numbing your instincts. So some of you might have been really complacent in a situation. Almost as if the divine, you know, there's your destined path, your tree of life. And the divine is like, okay, we need to get Sagittarius to this next level, but they're a little too comfy at this lower level. We want Sagittarius to go to the next. Sagittarius is making plans to solidify and make permanent residence here. And it's like, no, we need you to get going. We need you to go. Something about going, and growing. Yeah, Knight of Wands. There's something about your intuition, though, as well, that wasn't free in this situation. And I don't know that you could see that, or maybe you did sense it, but it was still hard to walk away or still hard to let go of this situation because of maybe the time that was invested. Seven of Pentacles. It's like, I've put in so much work already. I wanted to see this energy through to the Ten of Pentacles. But the 7 says, no, you know, you've done all that you could do with what you knew. Now take a moment to rest, recharge, rejuvenate, review, reanalyze if there's anything that can be improved. And I feel like through this energy, yeah, this tower kind of had to happen in order for those improvements to be made. Something about your intuition, though. Yeah, there's that heartbreak. 3 of Swords. Okay. Page of Pentacles. Yeah, there's something new that you needed to learn. Three of Swords. Yeah, I can sense that this was definitely not easy for you, Sagittarians, to learn this lesson with the Page of Pentacles, to have something that you invested in not really work out the way you wanted it to, whether it was a relationship or a career or a business or something like that. And the fact that the divine called judgment, and that judgment was the Tower, might have hurt, you know. It might have hurt, because I think even with the Knight of Wands, for some of you, you maybe felt like your intuition was guiding you to stay in something. To stay in that 7 of Pentacles. Something about this energy, though, wherever you were at, whatever this tower represents, whatever has now ended or is crumbling in the moment, maybe as we're speaking, I think you wanted it to be more reliable than it actually was. It's like Page of Pentacles energy, very reliable. You can count on a Page of Pentacles to do what they say they're going to do, to show up when they say they're going to show up, right? They value that pentacle. They understand it. They're learning the value of their time, their money, their resources. And I think with this Knight of Wands energy, something wasn't as reliable as you needed it to be. But I feel like, Sagittarians, you were willing to overlook that. Ooh, yeah. I think you were willing to overlook the lack of reliability. Maybe that was a sacrifice, right? That you were unknowingly make or subconsciously making. I'm sacrificing the reliability or the consistency that I need just to hold on to something that I've put a lot of energy or put a lot of time into, a lot of focus into. Maybe even trying to avoid a 3 of Swords, and then boom, here it is, right? So know and understand for sure, for those of you that have already had this Tower moment, right, that there's so much to learn from that. And I know some of you might not be in that mind space just yet. Take your time to get there, especially when you're dealing with the 3 of Swords. It takes time, yeah? Don't rush it, Knight of Wands. Don't rush into the next thing. Don't rush into the next relationship, the next place, person, whatever, job. Really take the time to kind of comb through those 7 of Pentacles and really see, like, okay, why would the divine call judgment on this situation? What was it that wasn't reliable? What needs weren't being met that I was actually looking over? And again, I think that's what's going to lead you to this healing, or that's what led you to this healing. Something about wise investments. Maybe you guys are investors or in finance somehow. It's great if this doesn't have to do with the relationship. Addictions were too powerful. Wow. Oh, thank you. Yes, yes, I'm grateful. We were meant to find each other in this moment, Diane. Thank you for being here. Yeah, let me see one more message here, Divine. Tell me more. Let's get an overall for this destiny. Okay, so past this 3 of Swords and the Page of Pentacles. Yeah. 4 of Pentacles, exactly. Some of you were really holding on to something to avoid heartache, because it would have been too painful in your mind to let it go, right? Like, I just can't let it go. I don't want to let it go. This is where it was like you were trying to, for some of you, to convince yourself that this is where you want it to be, but it was actually limiting you. And Sagittarians, in your energy, the limits, no. Y'all are meant to be limitless, okay? You're meant to be limitless. Four of Pentacles also talks about a blocked heart chakra. So maybe for a while, if this tower is a bit old here, Sagittarians, right? Let's say you've already gone through the Three of Swords. You've already learned what you've needed to learn. But there's still this block with the Four of Pentacles. It's like I still don't feel ready to take action or ready to trust my heart with someone else. Knight of Wands, right? Yeah, I'm not trusting myself to move forward just yet. And that's okay. I really do feel like this Three of Swords was destined to happen. And I know that that might be hard to hear. You maybe even being overprotective of your heart space right now, destined to happen. Like you're right where you need to be, Sagittarians. No matter how icky it might feel. I think this situation, especially with this tower, let you know that like there's so much still for you to learn. Okay, so maybe there was a bit of a humbling experience with this, because you know when we sometimes we feel like we know what we know, and I just know that this is it, I know that this is for me, and then it all falls apart. It can kind of bruise the ego a little bit. Eighth house, right? Scorpio energy. It can kind of bruise it a little bit. And then it's like, well, now I thought I knew, so now I can't trust what I know. And it's like, no, 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 no. Don't stop trusting yourself, Sagittarius. Just understand that wherever you were, this tower was getting too small for you. Yeah, it was getting too small. It was blocking you from abundance that was trying to come in. Whoa, that was a very interesting way for a card to flip out. Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, let's get into this Chiron and this healing energy. Hi, Robin. Patiently waiting. Oh, yeah, no. No worries about the cats. It's all good. God bless you as well. Thank you, love. Yeah, tell me more about this Knight of Pentacles. The Lovers. Yeah, take your time. Oh, my Sagittarians, take your time. No rush. No rush. Take your time. Knight of Pentacles and the Lovers. You need to feel that love. Yeah, Page of Cups. Be gentle with yourself. Offer yourself compassion for where you are right now. If you don't feel like moving into another relationship, I get that for some of you though. Whether this is internal pressure, okay, like the voice in your head saying, Sagittarius, you need to get out there, you need to do this, you need to get back on the scene, or you need to open yourself up. You know, you might be putting a little bit more pressure on yourself than necessary. Okay, so just be mindful of that voice. There's no shoulds. You know, you're right where you need to be. Okay, especially with the Page of Cups. It's like offer yourself compassion. Understand that, yeah, things might not be moving forward right now because you need to heal. You really need to connect with that love that's within you. You need to re-water it, is what I just heard. Wow, like think of it like a plant here, Sagittarians. That lover's vibration in you needs to be watered. It needs to be nurtured. Some of you just need a hug. Like I feel that, like I'm getting a little teary-eyed myself. So some of you might be a little emotional hearing this, okay? Just feel, if you gotta cry, let it out, okay? No shame in that. It's a beautiful release for your spirit. Go ahead and do it, okay? But I get that. I think someone just like needs a hug. Someone just wants to be held. That's that Four of Pentacles. Like I just want to stay right where I'm at. Like that tower might have been really brutal. The Three of Swords is brutal. Okay, and so you need some time to heal that. You need some time to get back in sync with yourself. So offer that to yourself, okay? And really take the time with the pages. Like, yes, pages are messengers, but they're also students for me as a reader. Page of Pentacles studies the value of time, the value of material wealth and abundance, the value of their focus and their energy, what that can actually grow and manifest. Page of Cups learns the value of their emotions, right? Like I understand that my emotions have power. There's something emotional here that you need to learn, or that you really want to tap in a little deeper to. Knight of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Page of Cups. Tell me more about this healing for Sagittarians in the moment. Yeah. Six of Pentacles. You gotta give yourself some time to balance out. Gotta give yourself some time to balance it out. And it's okay. That time frame, don't put a, I mean, how could I say this? Because I know sometimes that might help, right? Some people like that, I give myself 24 hours, 48 hours, 72 hours to cry and do what I need to do, and then I need to get back into it. And that might work for some people. I feel like Sagittarians, that might not be the best way to go about this in the now moment, because I think this healing is a lot deeper than just like almost like a surface type of paper cut. This is a deep wound. Okay, with Chiron being here, it is the wounds that you come into this life. It's your tender spots. For those of you that don't know where your Chiron is, some of you might have a Chiron in Gemini. Chiron could also be in Libra or Taurus. Okay. If you don't know your Chiron and you want to learn that, you can click the Western Astrology natal chart link in my description box. It'll let you know where your Chiron's at. It'll also describe that placement to you and kind of give you some insight into what that means and how that shows up in your energy. Okay. It's absolutely free. You don't have to pay for the report. Okay. But yeah, something about that Chiron placement is going to be really helpful. And if you don't know, reading it might really confirm a lot of what you're going through in this moment, okay? Yeah, there's the moon. It wants to come right back out. Yeah, like I said that at the beginning. This is a soul moon, especially with the tree of life here, destiny being out. So this isn't just kind of like a surface bruising. This is like something, this is soul repair for you, Sagittarians, with the moon and the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Cups. Like, really offer yourself some time to patch up this wound, okay? Yeah, and it's gonna take time. And don't make a move. Don't feel rushed to open up your heart. Take your time with opening yourself back up to people, to other relationships. If this is relationship oriented, you do have the Lovers here. For some of you, this is career, okay? Take your time before you really get into something new. The Hangman, yeah. Seeing whatever this lover situation was, again, as a lesson to be learned. Six of Pentacles. What can you take away from the experience that can help you and serve you moving forward? Seeing it from a different point of view. Yeah, Five of Swords. I think that might be a little difficult or a little hard. Because the Five of Swords says, I don't really know what to believe. I'm hearing one thing, or I'm thinking one thing, and I'm thinking another. Take your time. Be really gentle with yourself here, Sagittarians, okay? High Priestess. Yeah. Because I get that your higher self knows that this is a sacrifice, right? Like, taking this time to slow down, it's a sacrifice. The Queen of Swords. Yeah, I feel like the Queen of Swords in you is like, might be that voice that's like, okay, let's get up. Like, let's get to this. Let's just focus back on here. You don't have time to cry. You don't have time to feel any of this. Just get going and move into the next thing, right? Some of you, your Neptune could be in Libra, okay? Could have a Neptune in Scorpio too. I don't know why that's important, but yeah, I think this voice, if this is like an internal voice, that's that Queen of Swords that's like, look, we don't really have time to cry about this, which, no, you do. Listen more to your High Priestess. Your High Priestess wants you to heal. That might be tough for the Queen of Swords to hear, but this would trump that. Okay? Tell me more about the High Priestess and the Queen of Swords. Yeah. Two of Swords energy. Moon in Libra. Yeah. I think some of you are kind of torn between, I know that I have to do some healing around this tower. Like, it was very intense. It was too intense for me to ignore or to just stuff down. But ignoring it or kind of dealing with it in a very detached manner might be a coping mechanism here I'm picking up for someone. Instead of taking the time to face and work through the deception or work through whatever illusion might have been present, especially with Neptune being out here, I just think that something wasn't all the way clear, or Sagittarians, you just weren't seeing everything. And again, maybe that was a little bit of the bruising, right? It's like, I normally see everything, so how did I not see this? And I think that's the Five of Swords. Like, where did I go wrong? What message did I not read into deep enough or misinterpret that, you know what I mean? Or just what went over my head? That's that Five of Swords energy for some of y'all. And I get that some of you are kind of at that point where it's like, I know that I need to maybe sit still, but I don't want to, or like it's not natural for me to sit still and be in this Hangman and kind of be at a pause and take time and be in the Knight of Pentacles. Tell me more. Tell me more about this High Priestess, Queen of Swords, Two of Swords for Neptune. Yeah. Yeah. But that disappointment, that letdown, whatever this Tower moment was, it actually, I think too, what this Queen of Swords is kind of saying, it's like, I don't want to admit that this hurt. I don't want to admit that I was disappointed. I don't want to admit that I had higher hopes. I don't want to admit that this maybe is coming to an end. Maybe you made a lot of sacrifices to stay in that Tower energy, or to whatever that tower was, to kind of keep it up, you know? And it's like, was all of that for nothing? That's kind of what I get off this Five of Cups. I did all that for nothing. But it wasn't for naught, Sagittarians. There was purpose behind it. Yeah, come on now. Ace of Pentacles, absolutely. Everything you felt like you gave to this situation, it will come back to you tenfold. Ace of Pentacles. I mean, it's coming to you in a new form, in a new way. So anything you feel like you lost out on or missed out on, you didn't. Two of Pentacles. Yeah, look at that. You're going to have more than your fair share of things on your plate here to manage and to deal with, right? It's like, again, there's that elevation energy that's coming out of all of this. I get to, it's okay to say that you were disappointed, especially if this is like a conversation between you and your higher self. Like, I'm disappointed that this tower happened, right? Like, I'm disappointed that the divine called judgment on this and crumbled it. Like, that's not where I wanted this to go. It's okay to not be happy. I feel like that can sometimes be a misconception about soul work, right? That you have to be happy with it all the time. No, not at all. Not at all. You can be honest with your spirit guides, with your angels, with your higher self, and say, yo, like, this is not it. This is not what I want to deal with. This is not what I wanted. I'm not happy with this. I'm not satisfied. Right? It's okay to say that. It's okay to get that out, because eventually you will learn that it was for your greater good. You just might not see that in this moment, and that's okay. That's okay. Yeah, I think you made a lot of sacrifices. For some of you in this career, I think you were even like putting in overtime. Like, you know what I mean? You were going above and beyond your role in something to try to see it through. And so for it to still not work and to still crumble again, I think for some of you, this is just a little bit of like a bruised ego around what you thought was possible. And that's okay. Absolutely okay, because guess what? You got an Ace of Pentacles coming your way anyway. Like, the divine is not leaving you high and dry, Sagittarians, even though it might feel like that, because a lot of you, I think, are in this Hangman energy. Seeing it for what it was, working through the Five of Swords, you know, making decisions here in the Two of Swords, cleaning out the Three of Swords from your energy. It's like it's all kind of hitting you all at once, and you can't go anywhere. You can't run from it. You can't escape it. Because this has to come to an end. This Two of Swords, this second guessing yourself has to come to an end. Because it feels like the divine wants you to be in the Knight of Wands energy where you don't doubt your spirit at all. Spirit tells you to do something, you're doing it. There's no second guessing. Okay, so that's just what I feel like is being repaired. Your connection or your relationship with your intuition, your High Priestess. Yeah? Come on now. Come on now. Because why would the divine leave you high and dry, Sagittarians? Why would they? The Sun. Best card in the deck. I think you're going to look back on this moment and this time and be like, yo, that was the best thing that happened to me. That was the best thing that could have happened. As shitty as it was, as crappy as it was, as painful as it was, that was the best thing that happened for me. You're gonna see the light at the end of the tunnel here. For those of you that are still in it, I promise you that. For someone who has been through this cycle many times. many times, okay? The light at the end of the tunnel feels so nice. It feels so beautiful. You will shed tears, okay? It will really feel like the feeling of pure joy after a lot of sorrow, a lot of heartbreak, a lot of disappointment, okay? A lot of letdowns, a lot of betrayal. And I feel like, yeah, you'll see it. You'll see it. You might not see it now, and that's okay, okay? Don't rush that process. But the Sun is coming for you here, Sagittarians, okay? Stay hopeful, stay positive, or just stay real, stay honest is what I really want to say. Stay honest. Yeah, you don't see it yet. Eight of Swords. You don't see it yet because you're still in this Hangman energy. You're still in this dark night with the moon. You're still in the healing process of it all. And it's dark and it's murky and it's uncomfortable. You just got to be in that Page of Cups. You got to offer yourself the room and the space to feel what you need to feel here, Sagittarians, okay? Don't stuff this in a box under your bed. Don't put it on the back burner. The time to work through this energy, especially even if this is like old energy that's coming up for you with the Judgment. Maybe the divine is calling back an old tower that you maybe felt like, okay, I moved on from that a long time ago. Like, I learned what I needed to learn. Page of Pentacles says, no, there's still something that you need to learn from that old situation for those of you that, where this has already happened in the past, okay? Because what you need to learn from that is the key to coming out of this Eight of Swords energy. Yep. There's something about yourself you're not seeing clearly, and trust me, again, we all go through that energy, but whatever you're not seeing about yourself is important for your next chapter. The world, okay? And come on now, look at that. Four of Wands. Yeah, I think you really put your heart and soul into something here, Sagittarians. I think you really tried to make some form of a soul contract work, whether this was a career, whether this was a relationship, a friendship, whatever you were committed to, you were in it wholeheartedly. You were putting in overtime, Two of Pentacles, juggling more than you needed to try to make this work. And although that's a beautiful thing, it's something that can be easily taken advantage of, okay? Especially for some of y'all, this is in the workspace. Just because you can juggle it all, Sagittarius, does not mean that you need to. Set those boundaries, okay? Don't let nobody trick you into taking on more than you than what's beyond your job description, right? Like Four of Wands says, no, I signed up for this. I wrote my signature here on this. This is what you said I needed to do, job description. I'm not moving outside of it. Okay? Because anything outside of that is taking away from you. Okay? It's draining you more than it needs to. And maybe this is just a mindset that you have to shift, okay? Maybe some of you are a little bit of a workaholic, and that's okay too. Right? We're all here together holding hands. But no, you just give yourself the time, okay? You deserve that. You deserve that, okay? Especially for those of you where you did feel like you sacrificed a lot. You put a lot of energy, a lot of time. Yeah, Eight of Cups and the Ace of Wands, another ace. Some of you, this is walking away from releasing something so that something new can come in. Releasing the old you, maybe the old perspective, hangman, the old paradigm, the way of seeing things, right? If this isn't like a permanent ending, although you do have a lot of that here, okay? This is giving you room here, Sagittarius, to show up a little differently. Okay, and I think it's going to be necessary because this high priestess has to come with you. You got to be on good terms with your inner intuition, your high priestess, your highest self, right? Some of you got to rebuild trust in that energy. Tell me more about this 8th house of endings and beginnings. Yeah, boundaries, learning all the time. Patiently waiting. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I know. I love doing these readings for you all. Got it. We'll be looking out for your Chiron. Yes, that's how you spell it. Exactly, Robin. Yep. All right. Yep, a divine dark night of the soul. Yeah, you guys are on point with this, okay? Keep trusting yourselves. You guys got this. Tell me more about this 8th house. Come on now, 4 of Cups. Exactly. Exactly. 4 of Cups is, I'm not necessarily happy with the 3 of Cups anymore, but I'm not willing to look away from it. I'm not willing to really say that I'm not there. I'm kind of, you're 1 foot in and 1 foot out, 4 of Cups. I know I gotta let go of 3 of Cups, right? I know that surface level stuff, it's like, I know I gotta go deeper. I know I gotta sip from this cup the divine is offering me. I'm just not ready for it yet. That's okay. That is okay. Trust and believe me, that is okay. All right, 4 of Cups, because the 9 of Pentacles, come on now, y'all. That's what's beginning. This is your beginning. Ace of Pentacles, 9 of Pentacles. New you, new energy, new vibration, new stability within yourself, new confidence within yourself. Okay, and the 5 of Wands, I think this might be something, I think it's subconscious, to be honest. I don't think you're consciously trying to fight it. But I do get that there is just wanting to hold on to the comfort of where you're at or what you had built. 4 of Wands, it's like, yeah, I put a lot into this commitment. I want my return. You know what I mean? Like, I want it to work out the way that I saw it working out. Five of Wands says also that these endings are not easy. They're not. Yeah, having to do that battle and having to work through and kind of journey through these challenges. It's not easy. It's not meant to be easy. Yeah. But guess what? When you come out of this 5 of Wands and you hit that 6 of Wands, it's like it really is like unlocking a new level of strength within yourself spiritually, because Wands represents the spirit for me as a reader. It's a new level. You got to fight through sometimes. You know what I mean? You got to tussle a little bit to get to that next vibration, that next frequency, which is this. This is where you're headed, Sagittarius, if you want to sneak peek into what is beginning. Okay, well, if I embrace all the ending, well, what am I getting out of it, right? You're getting an Ace of Pentacles and a 9 of Pentacles. Some of you, maybe even a 4 of Wands. Maybe that Ace of Pentacles comes with a new commitment, a new contract. Some of you, that might even be promotions in your workspace, okay? Don't be surprised if that finds you. Don't be surprised, okay? All right, let's go ahead and just see. Let's get a little bit more about this destiny energy, yeah? I want to see. Thank you so much, Divine. Tell me more for Sagittarius. What's the highest vibrational outcome and energy that my Sagittarius can look forward to? And what do they need to focus on? Highest vibrational outcome and energy for my Sagittarius dealing with this energy and what they need to focus on, Divine. Thank you so much. Enlightenment. That's the Hangman. Yep. Enlightenment. What you've learned. Courage. takes a brave heart, a very brave soul to take on what you decided to take on in this lifetime here, Sagittarians. Don't doubt yourself. Those waters might get rocky. Yeah, you might feel like you're getting thrown up against some rocks. You know what I mean? Like, it might feel like that. But understand that feelings aren't necessarily facts. Feelings are just meant to be felt, understood, embraced, and released. Okay? Easier said than done, 100,000,000% for sure. Possible, yes. The sun is here, okay? So that light's coming. Have courage. Trust where you're headed. Yeah, because you're about to be thriving real soon. Real soon. I get through, too, with this thriving. You're doing better than you think you are, Sagittarians. And that's what maybe you don't see, Eight of Swords. You're doing a lot better than you think you are. Maybe there's like some sort of material marker or tangible thing you're looking for as a sign of your success or as a sign of your abundance or your stability in some way, and you have it. You're thriving. I just don't think it feels like that right now. I don't think you see it like that, and that's okay. That's okay. Hopefully this will offer you that perspective. You're just doing a lot better than you're giving yourself credit for. Happiness, yeah, that's what's headed towards you right now, okay? Beautiful, beautiful energy. Maybe dolphin might be a spirit animal for you. Maybe you guys love giraffes. I'm getting that as well. Giraffes are very spiritual animals. I don't know, maybe if you start seeing giraffes, pictures of them, hearing the word, things start popping up, look into that spirit animal. There might be something there for you, maybe even with dolphins too, okay? Yeah, inner peace. That's what you have to look forward to. 9 of Pentacles. Inner peace within yourself. Yeah. Coming out of that 3 of Swords. Not feeling tormented by it anymore. Not feeling the pains of that tower anymore. All of that is, yeah, under the sun is melting. It's melting away. It might be melting slowly, but it's definitely melting away, okay? Tell me more. Ooh. Like I said, 4 of Wands. 4 of Wands. Some of you guys might have a new relationship coming up. Maybe that's even the question. If this tower was in a romantic sense or in some form of relationship, and it's like, will I ever have another one after that? I don't even know if I want to open up for another one. You will. You absolutely will, Sagittarius, okay? You will be in this 4 of Wands with someone who will meet you and match what you bring to the table here, okay? It'll be really happy too. Whoa. These cards are like popping out of nowhere, taking risks. You might start seeing a falcon too, and then, yeah, that's that release energy that I was already picking up on. What do you have at the bottom of the deck? You got power. Yeah, you're in a very powerful period here, okay? This has been coming out so far in this energy. You're in a powerful period, Sagittarius. Embrace it. Embrace it as much as you can. Again, like I said, I was feeling that teary-eyed energy. Make sure you guys, if that comes up and you need to cry, please cry. Don't feel any shame around crying, even if it's about something that's old, 10 years ago, whatever. If it's coming back up, that judgment is here. If it's being called back up for you to release it, do so. Do so. Take the risk. Yeah, take the risk to actually feel it here, Sagittarius. Don't muscle through it. Don't Queen of Swords your way through this. Take risk and actually slow down, feel through it, make sense of it. Okay? Have the courage to face the rocky waters that are within you here. Have courage to see things for how they're being presented to you by the divine enlightenment. And trust that, again, you're thriving way more than you're giving yourself credit for. And yeah, happiness has not missed you. Happiness is on the way. Love, 4 of Wands, inner peace. All right? My Sagittarians, this has been your Timeless Energy Check-in reading. I hope that you found it helpful and insightful and filled with confirmation around what you might have going on or what might be coming towards you. As always, you know, as you rewatch this or as you're watching this, make sure you just say hi in the comments down below. Okay, I love to hear how these readings resonate with you all. Really helps me as a reader. I thank everybody who tuned in here live, everybody in the chat. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Robin. I think it was just you guys. Yeah, thank you, Diane and Robin, for sharing your beautiful energy here in the chat. Okay, thank you, thank you, thank you. For everyone else tuning in live, I appreciate your time and appreciate you being here. Make sure you give this reading a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. If you're new here, this was your first time checking me out, hit that subscribe button, y'all. It is absolutely free. It'll let you know what readings are coming up, right, as I do try to post them ahead of time so that you guys kind of can plan for it if you want to tune into whatever content, okay? I go live pretty much every day at 8:30 p.m. EST, Eastern Standard Time, okay? Make sure you got that bell notification turned on so that you don't miss out if you want to tune in live. I'd love to have you guys here. And I'll see you in the next one. All right, Sagittarians. Sending you all so much love. Thank you, Diane, again. Thank you, Robin. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.